Hello and welcome to Dynamite Cosplay, and this episode we're going to be talking about fitness. Now, fitness probably isn't the first thing you think of when you think of geekiness and cosplay, but actually I found it's helped me a lot. It's helped me a lot with my mental health. 2020 was a rough year, but fitness has definitely seen improvements in everything. So let's talk a little about my history, because I feel like I've kind of experienced both ends of the scale, and I mean that quite literally. A few years ago now, I was going through a really tough time, and it was a mix of personal life and, I will say, largely my job as well. I had no work-life balance, I couldn't do cosplay, I couldn't do the things I enjoyed, and it made me literally ill. I could not keep food down, so I would eat the most atrocious food to try and slow the weight loss down, but I lost a lot of weight. I don't know, 10-12 kilos or something like that. It was pretty... I wasn't in the best shape. I kind of did need to lose a bit of weight, but not that much, and not that quickly, and not that way. So when I kind of started getting it more under control, I changed jobs, I was a lot less stressed, I had way better work-life balance, but I was still seeking comfort in food. I was eating takeaways, all the wrong stuff, and obviously I gained back weight, which was good, but then it was also bad because then I wasn't happy with my body, because I don't put much stock in BMI. You can be obese on the BMI scale and you could actually be a bodybuilder, but when you're not doing exercise and you go from being an okay BMI to like overweight BMI, that's a warning sign, because I wasn't exercising, I was eating crap, you're having like bacon every day for breakfast and regular McDonald's, common sense says, okay, I've got to do something about this. And I kind of tried, and there were times where I was good and I was going to the gym, but sometimes I would have setbacks, so I got to a place where I was really enjoying the gym, and I shared, because there was a particular exercise I did, and I'd done a new weight class, and I was really proud of myself, and then I just got, don't get me wrong, some people were really supportive, but I had one person like, well, you should be lifting more than that. And normally, if it was a stranger, I wouldn't care, but it was someone I liked, and it really stuck with me. And it annoyed me that it stuck with me, because I'm not that person. I don't like to let what other people think get in the way. But I was sat there at the gym trying to lift this weight, and I just couldn't. I physically couldn't. And it just made me spiral. And it destroyed it. I didn't like the gym anymore. So then, what do you do if you don't like the gym? I hate running. I cannot run. Okay? My mum used to joke that I run like Penelope pit stop. It's not fun for me, I don't enjoy it, there's no point. That just isn't going to work for me. And then, I don't know, end of 2018, I looked at the Joe Wicks programme. They tell you what to eat, they give you meals, you plan it all, give you exercises to do. I thought, great, I can do that. So I started off on that, it was going really well, I was really enjoying it, until I got an injury. So I injured my hip of all things, which made me feel really old and decrepit, which I am not old, and I just got, again, bad habits. And then obviously Christmas came, and there's no point eating well at Christmas, and I just basically put on the weight that I'd lost again. And then it got to lockdown, obviously start of lockdown, oh no, we can't have McDonald's, let me make my own McDonald's breakfast, and I was eating all the bad food again, I was like, no, this isn't healthy. I wasn't happy. And then Joe started doing PE with Joe, and one of my friends was doing it. So I was like, oh, great, you know, it's something we can do together. And then I looked and was like, yeah, okay, I can't do it at 9, I have work. But because I was used to getting up at like 5:30 to travel to basically 2 hours away. Sorry, yeah, it was an hour there and back, more or less, to get to work. It was just so much travel, I was so tired. I was getting up at 5:30. I can still have a lie-in and get up and do PE with Joe before work. Great. And then I was like, oh yeah, I enjoy exercise. I forgot about this. And I think because it was lighter, it gave my joints a chance to get used to it. I wear ankle supports when I do those kind of things as well, and that helps a lot. I also have wrist supports. Generally I think my wrists are fine, but when I was first exercising, yeah, I was aching wrists. Honestly, I have the joints of a 90-year-old. But anyway, so I was doing that, and then I started getting back on the Joe Wicks plan, and I was like, oh god, yeah, I enjoy exercise. This makes me feel good about myself. Huh. So I kept on for that for the 3 months. I did have a holiday around near the end of the cycle, so I added some weeks on, and it started off really positive. I was still really enjoying the exercise, but the food, oh my god, it's such a pain because it's a reduced carb diet. It's expensive, it's awkward, I was getting a bit fed up with it, and I just wanted to eat anything else. So then, I basically couldn't lose any more weight. But I was still happy, because I had gotten stronger, like my arms particularly. I was like, oh my god, I have muscles, yes, I can cosplay 4 again. Which is, let's be real, that was like one of the main reasons I started working out again. I was like, I want to be strong, because I want to cosplay these strong characters. Like, it's not always about, it's not about skinny, it's about healthy, it's about strong, it's about fitting into my clothes, because it's very depressing when you try stuff on and it doesn't fit you anymore. To a certain extent, yes, I'm older, some things aren't going to fit, and some things I'm going to grow out of. But when you're eating a bunch of crap and not exercising, then yeah, okay, you've got to do something about it. So anyway, I wasn't happy with that anymore. So then I was just making lower calorie foods. That's all I did. I was like, okay, let's try and eat some different things. Let's count my calories. Okay, yep. And then it started going off again. I was still enjoying my Joe Wicks workouts. But again, after a while, I'm like, okay, so what else can I do? And then I discovered muscle food. And muscle food is the easiest thing in the world because you pick your meals, they get delivered to you. Depending on the results you want, you can count everything out. I do, because I think I'm at that point now where I don't have a lot left to go. There's still stuff I don't fit into, but equally I am so impressed with my core. I've lost it a bit because of Christmas, but I am starting to get abs, which is incredible because I thought I would never have abs. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like obsessed with getting a 6-pack or anything, but you know, I cosplay characters like Emma Frost, Harley Quinn. I have my midriff out a lot. If it looks strong and impressive, you know, I'm going to feel confident when I'm out on the floor. And it's important because it doesn't matter, like, a lot of people are very supportive, and I could go with my muffin top and I'm sure no one would bat an eyelid. But if I look and I'm looking in the mirror going, oh my god, who's that with the abs? I'm going to feel better, I'm going to feel more like that character, I'm living my best life. It's great. And obviously the side effects of the exercise is my mental health has been so much better this year, or last year I should say. You know, I suffer with my anxiety, I'm very introverted. It's a struggle sometimes. But last year, even though at times it was hard because we couldn't see people, there were events that I wanted to go to, I got up, I did my exercise, I kept active, I kept eating healthily, and I was so much happier. And don't get me wrong, it's not about never having treats. I mean, muscle food, the amount of like, you know, you eat protein bars that have chocolate in them, and there's all sorts of nice things. You can have Halo Top ice cream now, which is much healthier. The proper chips that I have as a snack, they're amazing. I love the barbecue lentil ones. So good. So it's like, and the meals I have pizzas, and the pizzas are like between 300 and 400 calories. I am eating treats, but I'm not going crazy and eating like a whole Domino's stuffed large pizza. I don't feel like my diet's restricted. I'm enjoying the exercises that I'm doing. I don't do a HIIT every day, kind of try and alternate and do yoga. Yoga's great for the flexibility and kind of meditation. And yeah, I just think it's interesting. Like I say, I don't know if other people have kind of felt the same. And I thought, you know, if it's a new year, a lot of people go, yep, I want to join the gym, I want to do this, blah, 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 blah. It's about finding what works for you. Even if it's going for a walk. Like, it's amazing if you do like 6,000, 10,000 steps a day. Just set a target and go. And make it something manageable. Like, you're not gonna go from not running to running a marathon in a month. If you set the target too high, you're gonna get discouraged. Just try, even if you don't know what you want to do. You might say, well, okay, I don't know what I want to do, so I might do some, I mean, it's a bit difficult to do classes, unfortunately, but maybe when we're out of COVID, you can go to pole dancing class, spin class, hoop, you know. I know people that do all these different things and they have so much fun with it, and that is the secret. You have to find something that you enjoy, and sometimes, don't get me wrong, like, I didn't do a HIIT workout and go, yes, this is amazing, I want to do this every day, the first time I did it. No, I was like, oh my god, I'm dying, I can't breathe, I can't do this. The first time I did a Joe Wicks workout, I had to stop. I had to pause it, get my breath back a bit, drink some water, and then carry on. That's okay. Just because it's a 25-minute workout doesn't mean it has to take you 25 minutes. It can take you 30, 40 minutes. It doesn't matter. The point is you turned up and you did the exercise. Everyone has to start somewhere. And also, I don't start with a workout, for the love of God. Joe Wicks has a bunch of workouts on there. Start with some of the P with Joe. Don't get me wrong, some of them are really hard. Like, I've been doing it really regularly and I still struggled with some of the P with Joes. Some of them were fine. It was like, yeah, this is good. Like, I'm sweating, but I'm not dying. And that is a fine line, and don't get me wrong, it's a very strange feeling, because once you get into the habit, you do start enjoying it, and obviously after the exercise you get endorphins. It's very addicting, and it's very enjoyable in a very weird way. But you have to start. Like, honestly, I am one of the worst people. I'm so lazy. Like, especially when I was commuting, like, literally it was like an hour to work, an hour back. Sometimes if you get stuck in traffic, like, you get back and it's dinner time, and you're like, oh my god, I could just go to McDonald's, get a burger, veg on the sofa, and that's all I wanted to do. Whereas now, I can't leave the house, which helped me. I had to eat the food that was in my, well, I don't have to because we have things like Uber Eats, but because I have very easy meals that I can pop in the microwave, pop in the oven, very simple meal kit, it's there, and it's a treat anyway. I can eat all that kind of junk food and still hit my calorie target. And even, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna eat like that 24/7 for the rest of my life. Like, for Christmas, I definitely enjoyed my Christmas dinner. This morning I had panettone for breakfast because it needed eating up, and my delivery wasn't going to come till after lunch, so, you know, I'm still me. I still like baking, I still want to eat sweet things and chocolate, but I just don't sit on the couch and eat like a full, huge bag of buttons and then a takeaway and then all this other crap that's in my house. I can have a bag of chocolate and I will just eat a bit of it. And everyone's different. You just need to find what works for you, and a lot of it is trial and error. If you're like me and you don't have much self-control, I do recommend muscle food because it's good food and it's easy, and it costs me about what I was spending at Tesco's anyway. So yeah, but there's hundreds of different versions of meal plans if you want that, or just pick foods. Just count what's in the calories and make sure you're below your TDE, is it? And there's a bunch of stuff online for calculating it. And more importantly, be active. I hate that I'm that person now, because I know it is patronising to have someone go, oh yeah, exercise is great, blah blah blah. Because I didn't listen. I had a bunch of people go, oh, you need to drink water, you need to... I'm like, yes, I'm not stupid, I know I have to do those things, but like, you telling me to do it isn't going to do it. So I would never say, oh my god, yes, everyone, you have to do this, this and this to be happy, because, like I say, one, what works for me might not work for you. You might start running and discover that you love it. You might run and be like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever, like me. You might do HIIT and enjoy it, you might not enjoy it. I would say, like I say, pick a target, make it small, and just make it regular, make it a routine. Because that's how things are enjoyable. And also, if you don't enjoy it, don't force yourself, because you will make yourself miserable. Like, if you say, okay, I'm going to go for a run every day, but you hate running, you're not going to help yourself, because after all, you're going to make yourself miserable, and then you're going to go, well, I'm miserable, so I deserve this huge cake, or I don't know, whatever makes you happy. And then you're going to give it up and then just be depressed and call yourself a failure, and that's not true. It's just that you haven't found the thing that you enjoy. So just because you tried going to the gym, going for a run, and that didn't work, find something else. Find a team of people to support you, if that's what helps. For me, I just do it on my own. But I'm very introverted. Some people, they want to do it together. I know someone that she goes for a walk and she talks to her friend, and they both kind of walk together even though they're not in the same place. And I thought that was a really interesting idea. Like I say, I'm repeating myself and repeating myself and repeating myself, but it is important. Find what you love, do it regularly, and you'll be happy. And it is possible. Believe it or not. I am living proof to that, because like I say, I wanted the results, I didn't want to do the work, and I felt like I needed to for cosplay at one point, and I was never happy with my body. I've, had issues for a long time, even though, like, it's not like, oh my god, I'm overweight, I'm disgusting. It was just, how do I put this? I had an ex that once told me I carry my fat well, which is a really gross thing to say. Don't ever say that to your partner. But equally, kind of, I don't know, it stuck with me because it's also kind of how I felt. Like, I wasn't big, but I didn't have a healthy figure. I didn't have the figure that I wanted. Whereas now, I'm much heavier than I was back then, but I'm so much happier because I have muscle. I have muscle on my arms. I have the beginnings of muscles in my stomach. I'm much fitter and healthier. So that's why I say it's not about size, it's not about being attractive to other people, because at the end of the day, if you don't love yourself, nothing else matters. Equally how, I don't care when people say negative things. I don't want to say I don't care when people say positive things, but it doesn't mean the same. If a stranger says, hey, you're attractive, it's nice, thank you, but it's just not the same. I need to like myself, and right now I do. I am in a much healthier place, a much happier place, and I want that for everyone else. But, like I say, I'm not going to force it on anyone, I'm not going to lecture anyone, I'm not going to say you have to do this. Sorry the recording stopped. I was nearly finished anyway. I just wanted to say, if that is your goal for the year, good luck. If there's plenty of people I think that are good to follow on Instagram, YouTube. I will share some resources I use. I know I think I did a bit of I use a bit of kind of YouTube and apps and different things. YouTube, obviously the Joe Wicks, everyone knows that. Yoga with Cassandra, I sometimes use. I'm also currently using Down Dog for yoga because they had a free trial for NHS staff until like June or something ridiculous, which is really good, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm actually getting really into my yoga again. Obviously the main thing I use is Muscle Food, but there's so many different things out there. I also follow Hero Physiques on Instagram. They offer like superhero themed training. Who else do I know? Eric Calisthenics, who my friend had as a personal trainer. She vouches for him. Who else do I follow? Mike Ring, I'm just going to shout him out because he is in amazing shape. Again, he cosplays and he looks amazing. Also Ben Mudge, he has cystic fibrosis and obviously he is in incredible shape. So it goes to show, like I say, whatever you're fighting, if you find the right, whatever works for you, you can have amazing results. Let's have a happy, healthy 2021, everyone. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed me babbling, and think about hitting that subscribe button. Alright, thanks everyone, bye!